Today's tech news moves fast, but understanding it shouldn't be hard. That's why Snarful Solutions Group brings you Connecting the Dots, where we break down what's happening in tech and why it matters to you. Now, let's dive in with your hosts.
Hello, and welcome to Connecting the Dots. I'm Alex.
And I'm Morgan. Thanks for tuning in.
It is Thursday, October 9th, 2025. Here in Sacramento, it's looking like a beautiful day, becoming sunny with a high around 75.
Nice. Nationally, though, things are a bit more active. We've got serious tropical moisture from what was Priscilla causing some, pretty widespread heavy rain and flash flood risks.
Right, especially across the Southwest and Four Corners region. Those burn scars and urban areas are particularly vulnerable.
Yeah, definitely something to keep an eye on there. And also some widespread storms, maybe isolated flash flooding, possible down in Central and South Florida, too.
Okay, quick look at the markets before we jump in. Yesterday, things were a little mixed. The Dow Jones finished slightly down, just 0.10%, about 47 points.
But the S&P 500 actually showed some strength, up almost 0.5%, adding about 30 points.
And Bitcoin, pretty much flat, down just a tiny fraction, 0.02%.
So some stability there, which kind of feeds into our first story, doesn't it, with all this AI investment happening?
It really does. But first, just a quick word about one of our sponsors.
Absolutely.
This show is brought to you by Pins and Aces. They make fantastic premium golf apparel and accessories. Really cool stuff.
Great gear. And if you're listening, you can use the promo code SNARFUL, that's SNARFUL, at checkout.
Yep, use that code SNARFUL and you'll get 21% off your entire purchase. Just head over to pinsandaces.com.
Okay, so let's get into our Morningstar report. First up, this global race for open source AI. It feels like everyone's reacting to China's DeepSeek model, Powerful, free.
Totally. And now we're seeing major contenders emerge, trying to offer alternatives. The big news is from the U.S. player, Reflection AI.
Yeah, Reflection AI, barely a year old, right? And they just announced $2 billion in new funding. NVIDIA's leading that round.
$2 billion. That's staggering. Their valuation just shot up from, around $545 million back in March?
At $8 billion now. $8 billion is just, wow.
So clearly the goal is to create that Western open source counterweight to DeepSeek.
Exactly. And it shows this investor fervor for AI isn't slowing down. I mean, look at the Numbers Foundation model companies worldwide.
Yeah.
They've raised almost $72 billion this year. That's more than double the $34.9 billion raised in all of last year.
It really highlights how nations are viewing AI capability now. It's almost like a strategic national security kind of asset.
It absolutely is. Which brings us nicely to the other big player that emerged, K2 Think, from the UAE.
Released by this Emirati lab, the Institute of Foundation Models, or IFM. And they're making some pretty bold claims, aren't they?
They are. They're saying it rivals OpenAI's ChatGPT, even DeepSeek, on standard tests. But the really interesting part, the kind of aha moment,
is the efficiency.
Exactly. It gets this performance using only 32 billion parameters.
32 billion. When the DeepSeek R1 is like 670.
Precisely. It's apparently outperforming reasoning models that are 20 times larger. That points towards, much lower costs, easier deployment. Maybe the race for just sheer size is shifting.
Okay, but is there a catch? I mean, it's focused pretty narrowly, right? Math, coding, scientific research.
That's the strategy. Hyper-focusing allows them to hit those benchmarks and directly supports the UAE's big national AI plan, AI 2031.
So it's less about a general-purpose model and more about targeted capability.
For now, yes. And it shows how the field is changing. You've got the UAE, Saudi Arabia, France with Mistral, Singapore. They're all seriously challenging that traditional U.S.-China dominance in AI.
The whole market's diversifying. And efficiency doing more with less. That seems to be a huge selling point now.
Which impacts future costs, access, everything, really. And of course, all this advanced AI needs advanced hardware to run on, especially locally.
Which leads us perfectly into our next story. Intel's big reveal, Panther Lake.
Right, the Core Ultra Series 3. This is their next-generation mobile chip, expected late 2025 or early 2026. And Intel's making a big promise here.
They're basically saying you don't have to choose between high performance and high efficiency anymore. Trying to merge the best of both worlds, like their previous Lunar Lake and Arrow Lake H chips.
And the reason they think they can pull this off is the underlying tech. This is their first client chip using the 18A process.
Which is essentially their 2-nanometer equivalent. Really cutting-edge stuff.
Yeah, and it relies on two key innovations. First, there's ribbon FET. Think of it like fully wrapping the transistor gate to stop electricity from leaking out.
Okay, better efficiency there. And the second one?
Power via. This delivers power to the chip through the back, not the front. It allows for, well, greater density and, again, better efficiency. That's the engineering behind the performance claims.
And those claims are pretty bold for laptop users. Up to 50% more multi-threaded CPU and GPU performance compared to Lunar Lake.
While consuming up to 10% less power overall. So you should see faster speeds and genuinely better battery life in real-world use.
That's the dream combo for anyone upgrading their laptop in, say, 2026.
Definitely. And these chips will come in different flavors, too, catering to different needs. You know, an 8-core version, a 16-core with decent graphics, and a 16-core with much beefier graphics.
Covering everything from basic productivity to maybe even some decent gaming on the go.
Exactly. And speaking of gaming, the new XC3 graphics are supposed to offer over 50% more GPU power. Plus, they're adding multi-frame generation.
Yes, the AI-generated frames. This is where the chip essentially inserts made-up frames between the real ones to make motion look smoother and boost frame rates.
It can dramatically improve how games feel, yeah. But it's definitely a bit controversial. People call them fake frames.
Right, because is it really faster performance? Or is it just clever visual trickery? Does it add latency?
That's the debate. For serious competitive gamers, maybe not ideal. But for the average person playing a game on their laptop, it'll likely just look and feel smoother.
Okay, fair enough. What about the AI side, the NPU?
Yep. It includes the NPU5, rated at 50 TOPS, that's trillion operations per second. That handles those on-device AI tasks we keep talking about, making the whole AI PC concept more real.
So processing AI stuff locally, faster, without always needing the cloud. Got it. There's one more feature, though, that caught my eye, Bluetooth Orcast.
Oh yeah, this is actually really cool. Orcast lets multiple people connect their own Bluetooth headphones to the same audio source.
So like watching a movie on a plane with a friend, and you both get good audio through your own preferred earbuds.
Exactly. No more sharing one headphone or using those cheap airline ones. It's a small thing, but a huge quality of life improvement for shared listening.
Okay, I like that. So Panther Lake looks like a really crucial chip for Intel, pushing performance, efficiency, AI, and even some neat features like Oracast.
It really sets the stage for the next wave of laptops. And connecting back all this powerful, efficient hardware and the AI models running on it, they're getting packaged up for the workplace.
Which brings us to our third story, Google Cloud launching Gemini Enterprise.
This is Google taking direct aim at Microsoft Copilot and OpenAI Enterprise. They're moving into that workplace automation space in a big way.
And the focus here seems to be on agentic AI. Should probably unpack what that means.
Right. So think beyond just a simple chatbot answering one question. Agentic AI is more like an invisible assistant that can handle complex, multi-step tasks across different software.
So it could, say, pull data from one system, draft a report based on it, maybe check it against some compliance rules in another document.
And then automatically send that summary to your manager via, I don't know, Microsoft Teams or Slack for approval. It's about automating entire workflows, not just single actions.
Okay, that's the promise of Gemini Enterprise. And the price. Starts around $30 per user per month.
Yeah, $30 for the standard or plus tiers, a bit less, $21 a month for their business plan. Google sees a big opportunity here.
And are companies actually using these agents yet?
They highlighted Virgin Voyages as an early adopter. Apparently, they've rolled out over 50 specialized agents. One called Email Ellie handles personalized marketing emails.
Email Ellie, okay.
Yeah.
And they're seeing positive results.
They reported positive financial results, yeah. Suggesting these automated workflows can actually boost efficiency and maybe even revenue.
Now, Google Cloud is growing, but Microsoft's cloud revenue is still much larger. What's Google's edge here? How are they competing?
Integration seems key. Obviously, it connects tightly with Google Workspace. But crucially, they're also building connectors for competitors like Microsoft 365, Salesforce, SAP.
So they're trying to be the central hub, even if a company uses multiple platforms.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And providing a central governance framework, a way to manage and audit all these AI agents, no matter where the data lives, that's a big selling point for large companies worried about control and compliance.
Okay, but we have to talk about the name. Gemini. It's a chatbot, it's the underlying AI model, and now it's this big enterprise platform too. Isn't that confusing?
Oh, absolutely. It's causing definite friction. I saw a Gartner analyst quoted basically saying this kind of naming confusion makes companies hesitant.
Yeah, like which Gemini are we even talking about now?
Right. The analyst suggested vendors are often just reacting, naming things as they build them, almost faster than they can strategize. And that uncertainty isn't great when you're asking businesses to make huge investments in a platform.
A fair point. It's a major move for Google Cloud, trying to monetize their AI and bring this complex automation to potentially millions of workers.
Yeah,
But maybe they need a clear branding strategy.
could definitely help. It's a space to watch closely.
Okay, really fascinating developments across the board today. Before we wrap up, one more thank you to our other sponsor.
Yes.
We're also supported by Skony, the premium golf shoe store. If you need shoes that perform great on the course but also look sharp off it, check them out.
And again, for you, our listener, use that same promo code SNARFUL, SNARFUL, at checkout.
Use Snarful and you'll get 15% off your entire purchase at skony.com.
Great deal. Okay, so let's quickly recap the big themes today.
First, that global AI race is really heating up and diversifying. We saw Reflection AI get that huge funding boost, but also the UAE's K2 Think, showing that super efficient smaller models can compete.
Yeah, maybe efficiency is becoming just as important as sheer scale now. Then we dove into the hardware enabling all this, Intel's Panther Lake chip.
Right, promising that blend of high performance and high efficiency for laptops coming in 2026, thanks to tech like the 18A process, RibbonFET, PowerVia, and that MPU5 for AI tasks, plus Auracast.
Don't forget Auracast. And finally, we saw how this tech stack translates to the enterprise with Google Cloud launching Gemini Enterprise.
Trying to automate those complex workflows using agentic AI, connecting across different systems, and really challenging Microsoft in the workplace productivity space.
A lot of dots connecting there.
Definitely. So the final thought we'll leave you with today, if these smaller, incredibly efficient models like K2 Think can genuinely rival the performance of giant models 20 times their size, what does that mean for the future of those massive, energy-hungry large language models that currently dominate? Is the AI size race actually kind of over?
That is definitely something to think about. A really interesting question for where AI goes next.
Indeed. Well, that's all the time we have for today.
Thanks for joining us.
We're here to help at Snarful, so reach out on our website if you have any more questions.
That's a wrap on today's top stories. Remember, tech doesn't have to be complicated, and we're here to help connect the dots. If you've got questions or want to learn more, visit us at snarful.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time.